we'll continue with the rest of the questions. We'll look at the 11th question that we have taken for today. So the question is, analyze the impact of digitalization on the Indian industrial sector. That's first part. How is the industry 4.0 shaping the future of manufacturing in India? Okay, so there are two parts. The question itself has two parts. One is the impact of digitalization on the Indian industrial sector, and the second part is asking about how is industry 4.0 shaping the future of manufacturing in India. So how can you start? You can start with something like you can define industry digitalization, or you can connect industrialization, industry 4.0, industrial revolution 4.0 and digitalization, or you can start with a definition. So a very simple one, because this is not directly there in the syllabus, so it's not very easy to come up with a prepared introduction. So you can take the parts of the question, you can either define, or you can just connect industrial revolution 4.0 and the digitalization part. And body part, so what are the impacts? So one is the impact of digitalization. So we have to have sub parts, like it can have positive impacts and negative impacts. So you can talk about positive impacts and negative impacts, and then you can talk about the how this is shaping the future of manufacturing in India. So impacts, how it is improving the efficiency of productivity. Like you can give examples as well. You can talk about examples like how Tata Steel is using IoT, or using some other companies using a certain technology like blockchain, or how that is affecting the digitalization, how that form of digitalization is affecting the Indian industrial landscape. Then you can talk about how this is improving the quality control in general. Like for example, IBM or IBM Watson, or there are some agri startups and agri digital companies that are using digital tools to improve the agriculture, to improve monitoring, to improve quality control, giving real-time inputs, etc. That is improving the quality control in general in industry in India. Then you can talk about supply chain optimization, supply chain improvement in general. For example, Mahindra and Mahindra is using digital supply chain software. It has digitalized the most of the entire supply chain for many of its products. That can be an example. So the examples, if they don't come to your mind, it is still okay, because it is not possible to have examples and case studies for things which are not specifically given in PYQ or syllabus. But still, as far as possible, if it is there, if it is in news, or if it is there in syllabus, be ready with the examples and studies. Then you can talk about how it is helping customization. For example, we have spoken about quality control, we have spoken about the entire digitalization of the entire supply chain, we have spoken about increase in efficiency, in productivity. Now we can also talk about customization in general, like how for example Bajaj Auto is doing 3D printing, use of 3D technology, 3D printing technology, to improve the like the design in terms of customizing the design, customizing the product, how that is improving its efficiency, its output, and thereby in a way even transforming the entire manufacturing landscape in that particular sector. And then you can talk about negative impacts as well, or challenges or concerns as to the challenges posed by digitalization on the Indian industrial sector. For example, like how there is increased let's say inequalities, or there is a lack, there's a digital divide even in the industry in terms of rural, urban, or in terms of the big players being able to make use of technologies like 3D printing, IoT and all that, while the smaller players, these SME, the small and medium players, are not being able to use it so much, possibly because of a variety of reasons like credit access, because of the lack of capital, lack of collateral, lack of technology access, human resource capital, etc. So that kind of like the point is, although the negative impacts are not asked, to make the answer holistic, it is always safer to have a kind of it is always safer to come up with certain points which can talk about the negative impacts, or the challenges, or the roadblocks or hurdles that are still on the way to ensuring that the Indian industrial sector takes maximum advantage of the force of digitalization. And then the next part is, how is industry 4.0 shaping the future of India, a future of manufacturing in India. So how is digitalization, how is industry 4.0 shaping? For example, you have smart factories. Like look at what are the stages in manufacturing, what are the parts, what are the industries. If you don't get certain points, talk about the different parts. Like let's say there are factories, how digitalization is improving logistics, how digitalization is improving, let's say something like sustainability of the manufacturing, green manufacturing, something like how it is improving skill development, how it is improving the requirement of land, requirement of labor, requirement of other things in the manufacturing supply chain, how it is digitalizing the whole supply chain, how it is using predictive analysis, predictive this thing, how it is using preventive this thing to reduce the negative these things that can happen, negative fallouts that can happen in terms of pollution, how they are using technologies like SCADA, data acquisition technologies, or technologies like integrated command and control center, using connecting all disparate data points into a centralized this thing and then implementing it in a decentralized manner, like, or how robotics, like for example Maruti Suzuki is using something like the cobots, like it is using robots to assist the humans or the existing workforce that is already engaged in the manufacturing. So every stage, every sector of the manufacturing, how it is helping in terms of smart factories. For example, Bosch India is using a lot of it is trying to innovate in the sphere of digitalization in terms of smart factories for its products. Robotics, predictive manufacturing, preventive preventive steps for reducing fallouts, predictive manufacturing in terms of predicting the final product, predicting the different negative and positive repercussions, predicting based on the data inputs, based on feedback, based on this thing. So then skill development. So depending on the, let's just take the different parts, different constituents, and in that terms you can talk about how it is helping or not helping, like how it is mostly helping and how it will revolutionize the manufacturing landscape of India going forward. And slightly briefly you can talk about what are the steps the government of India is also taking. For example, for digitalization industrial sector, there is a lot of steps being taken. The government itself is encouraging in terms of PSUs. It is supporting by giving the frameworks, like it's providing UPI, it is enabling digital payments, it's enabling access, digital connectivity. It is also encouraging private sector to by giving subsidies, by schemes like the production linked incentive, although not directly linked to digitalization. It is channelizing the support system into areas which are more in alignment with digitalization, because everything smart semiconductor industry, like there are certain industries which are central to India's growth story going forward, and those are also areas which are heavy on digitalization demand. So although not directly, indirectly, and government of India, a lot of the steps taken by government of India is also helping digitalization. So just briefly, like in 2 lines, talk about what all the steps that come to your mind in terms of government steps being taken. Then ending, you can go forward, like you can end with the challenges that you have mentioned, just solve the challenges, like in terms of digital divide, in terms of inequality, in terms of equal access to all the players, in terms of ensuring that there are no environmental fallouts, or like all the challenges or concerns that you will be talking about in the challenges part. Just solve it in the conclusion. If you have any solid recommendations of any experts like Vivek Debroy or any expert, then you can talk about the expert committee recommendation or expert views. Else, just talk about the solutions that can solve the challenges or concerns that you have raised in the answer.
Hi, a very good evening to all of you. I hope prelims 2024 आप लोगों का सही से हुआ होगा. Now is the time when you should prepare for mains wholeheartedly. And to help you in assisting in this endeavor, we are coming up with a very important program known as Civil Services Accelerator Program. देखो मेंस में आपको हर कोई बोलेगा कि 450 नंबर GS 1 2 3 4 में आने चाहिए, ऐसे में 120 130 आने चाहिए, बट हाउ टू अचीव इट, वो करना कैसे है, कौन कौन से वो पिलर्स है जिन पे हम फोकस करने वाले हैं. तो पिलर्स देखो बहुत बेसिक है. फर्स्ट वी गोइंग टू इंश्योर दैट जो भी हम यहाँ करंट अफेयर की क्लासेस लेंगे दे गोइंग टू बी लिंक्ड विद द स्टैटिक पार्ट, सो दैट यू कैन गेट अ वेरी गुड अंडरस्टैंडिंग, चाहे यूपीएससी फिर बाद में स्टैटिक पोर्शन से पूछे या फिर करंट से, आपका अच्छे से कवर हो जाएगा. सेकंड इज अबाउट एथिक्स, कि आप एथिक्स अच्छे से कवर करिए, बोथ पोर्शन सेक्शन ए एज वेल एज द केस स्टडीज, एंड इफ यू डू इट प्रॉपर्ली यू विल गेट वेरी गुड मार्क्स. देन फिलोसॉफिकल एसेज, सबसे कम मार्क्स आजकल एस्से में आने लग गए स्टूडेंट्स के, 80 90 100 तक मैक्सिमम लोग स्टॉप हो जाते हैं. तो हाउ टू इंश्योर दैट कि वो मार्क्स हमारे 130 तक पहुंचे, उसके लिए हम ऐसे फोकस करेंगे. and then you're going to have a very important test series which is going to ensure कि यार अच्छे से आप practice कर पाओ और evaluate कर पाओ अपने आप को. And these are the important areas which we're going to focus upon. In fact, these are the pillars of mains preparation. For current affairs, a team of faculties including me, we are going to assisting you in each and everything. We'll have Rajvardhan sir, we'll have Neha ma'am, me alongside some other faculties will also be part of this. We'll focus on 3 areas. Okay, जो टॉपिक बहुत स्टैटिक लगते हैं लेकिन वहां से करंट का क्वेश्चन हर बार आता है, जैसे लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नेंस, ऐसे क्वेश्चंस को हम पहले से ही संभाल के रखेंगे. सोसाइटी के बहुत सारे टॉपिक हैं ऐसे जहां से बार बार क्वेश्चन आता है, लगता नहीं है कि आएगा बट आ जाता है. ट्रेंड स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन, फाइनेंस कमीशन, क्लाइमेट चेंज, ऐसे ऐसे जितनी भी थीम है वो इसमें आएंगे. एंड थर्ड, ईयर स्पेसिफिक. ईयर स्पेसिफिक मींस दैट इस साल जैसे मान लो साइंस एंड टेक में कुछ अच्छे डेवलपमेंट्स हैं तो यूपीएससी वहीं से पूछ लेता डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन. सो दोस काइंड्स ऑफ करंट अफेयर विल आल्सो बी कवर्ड. So that's why if you want to become part of a very important course, this is the course for you. कि सारी अभी करंट अफेयर की चिंता finish. With respect to ethics, we have one of the most stalwart person, Atul sir. Atul sir has been teaching for more than 13 years ethics. है ना, जब से शुरू हुआ है 2013 से पेपर तब से सर पढ़ा रहे हैं. And if you want to get his mentorship, then eventually जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं एथिक्स में वो सारी सॉल्व आउट हो जाएंगे, चाहे वो आपकी बेसिक कंसेप्ट हैं, कंटेम्प्रेरी एग्जांपल्स हैं. इफ यू नॉट एबल टू इंक्लूड द थिंकर्स इन द आंसर, वो भी सॉल्व हो जाएगा. along with the answer writing is going to become very refined. In fact, he has already taken an orientation session. You can just watch it on our YouTube channel and you will get very good outcome for that. एथिक्स में जो होंगे लगभग 20 घंटे के आसपास क्लासेस होंगी, आपको पीवाईक्यूज वगैरह के लिए हेल्प की जाएगा, हैंडआउट्स दिए जाएंगे, अच्छे एग्जांपल जाएंगे, एंड प्लस मोर इंपॉर्टेंटली 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप इज गोइंग टू बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ इट. सो एथिक्स इज वन एरिया वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. देन कम्स द एसे. In the essay, we are going to focus upon philosophical areas. तो पहले वहां पे आपको टीच भी करेंगे, me along with Manikant sir as well as Kapil Sikka sir. We are going to be part of this so that those of you who can eventually get the best out of yourself, आपको कोई भी रुकावट नहीं आनी चाहिए. So focus किस चीज पे रहेगा? Coverage of all the important themes which are there in the PYQs. और सबसे ज्यादा फोकस फिलोसफी पे ही करेंगे. Then handouts दिए जाएंगे, आपको एक्सपर्ट फैकल्टीज के साथ 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप भी कराई जाएगी. And as a result of this, you can score very high in the essay. लगभग 25 से 30 घंटे की क्लासेस होंगी, कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव हैंडआउट, कंपाइलेशन, वर्कशीट, 1-to-1 मेंटरशिप, सारी चीजें आपको अच्छे से दी जाएंगी. एंड इफ यू आर एबल टू अचीव इट, मेक श्योर दैट कि आप तरीके से उसको यूटिलाइज करें एंड फाइनली आउटकम लेके आए मेंस के अंदर. एंड फाइनली व्हेन इट कम्स टू टेस्ट सीरीज, ऑल द फैकल्टीज आर गोइंग टू बी टुगेदर टू इंश्योर दैट जो भी आपका एरिया होगा उसमें आपको अच्छे लेवल का हम आउटपुट दे पाए, आपको अच्छी मेंटरशिप प्रोवाइड कर पाए, चाहे वो GS 1, 2, 3, 4 या फिर एसए पेपर हो. So that's why you're going to have a test series also along with this. And in this test series, we have to make sure questions quality, model answers, the discussion sessions, all of them they are top notch, so that इस साल जो मेंस है आपके लिए एक eventually game changer बन जाए and we are able to become a part of your success journey. This is the objective with which we are starting this program, and this program is going to be very useful for all those students who are eventually becoming part of the mains for this year. अभी prelims का रिजल्ट आने वाला है, so let us hope majority of you have worked very hard, आपका final call आ ही जाए. Many sessions are going to happen. Some have happened, like ethics का session has already been taken by Atul sir and June 25 was taken. essay का जो है 2 जुलाई को होगा. Answer writing template का जो session है, it will be taken by the rank 4 of this year. It's going to focus specifically on paper 2, paper 3. Current affair की classes 28 जून को first होगी, it will be dealing with IR. इसकी सेकंड क्लास होगी वो नेक्स्ट वीक ऑन द जुलाई ऑफ 4th होगा. सो व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड फ्रॉम योर साइड, आप इन सेशंस का पार्ट बनिए. दीज सेशंस आर ओपन इन नेचर. ट्राई टू गेट योर डाउट्स रिजॉल्व्ड एंड वंस यू फील लाइक नहीं ट्रस्ट आ रहा है, कॉन्फिडेंस आ रहा है इस इंस्टीट्यूट पे, देन बिकम अ पार्ट ऑफ द program, and once you become part of this program, we'll take care everything from your side. Okay, so all the very best. If you have any query, any doubt, you can reach out to these numbers. These numbers, if you dial, you'll get the link to our counselors and they will help you out in understanding. if कोई डिटेल में आपको लगता है कोई इश्यूज लग रहा हो कि भाई ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, they will help you out with respect to that also. And for all the important kind of videos, you can stick to our YouTube channel and we're going to help you out in the whole UPSC civil services preparation. All right, all the very best. Thank you so much.